Hi everyone, it's Shady.
Hey guys, Giacomo.
G'day everyone, Luke.
I'm from Milan Club Melbourne, and we're gonna just have a quick recap of 2019-2020 season. Guys, sum it up for us.
Um, well, I guess it was a bit of a hard season. We started off really poorly with a new coach, which didn't end up going too well. And then I think it was sort of a blessing in disguise, the whole lockdown thing, because when we got back from that, we were playing inspired football, and we arguably the best team in the competition over the course of since we got back to the end of it. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a tale. I think you might have said it last video we made, Shady. A tale of two seasons or two halves of the season.
Yeah.
How far we came.
Definitely. We're all...
I remember thinking. I think it would have been early Jan.
Yeah.
Or maybe late December. Actually, I was having a chat with a friend and just saying how I really didn't think that we were close to playing good football, and how I was quite disappointed in what we were putting up, and I never expected that to change as much as it did.
Yeah. No, it was just like it's a whole different theme, right? Like you were saying, Tale of Two Seasons. I mean, the football was enjoyable. The second half of the season after the lockdown, it was enjoyable. It was easy on the eye. We were scoring. I think until up to the lockdown, we had like one of the worst like attacking records. I mean, for the top 10 teams, definitely. The teams beneath us were doing a lot better in front of the goal. So yeah, I think overall it really was a tale of two seasons.
Yeah, and our wins early in the season were not good wins. They were like 1-0s that we just scraped past, or ugly goals, and it wasn't a good start.
Yeah, the whole drama around Marco Giampaolo as well, because I think Luke and I had this discussion before. When they brought him in, they were like, this guy needs time to implement his ideas, his tactics, and blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, it was like 7 games in, he's gone. We weren't doing well. I'm not saying we're doing what we are all right. But that being said, if this is somebody that you've given us, like, the prelude of that, we need to give him time. Why didn't we do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, something that we couldn't see off the pitch was happening, maybe on the training pitch. Man management, I'm not sure exactly. But the whole saga was just, I'm glad it's over, obviously. And he might not turn out to be that bad a coach. It's just that he wasn't right for us. So, yeah.
No, something internally didn't work with him at the helm, because,
No.
I mean, I can't remember ever seeing a manager get 7 games and then sacked.
Yeah.
I can't remember seeing that ever.
No. And the whole thing, and all that friction that happened, like in the management with Boban and leaving and then criticizing, I'm glad that all of that's behind us now. It's been a bit of a circus, and we're used to that. I think we've always had a degree of stability up in the management. Might not have been, heading in the right direction at least, but we never had those, like, that friction out in public.
Yeah. And I think taking on the kind of the beast that Milan is it's a huge commitment and job.
Definitely.
The amount of media scrutiny, even Milan of the last few years, is incredible.
Yeah,
everywhere in the world is talking about it.
Definitely. I mean, all you need to do is just look at. Sorry, Giacomo, what were you going to say?
No, you go.
Oh, I was just going to say, it's even like the little silly things, like stuff on those competitions on Twitter, when it's like Milan Twitter against any other Twitter from Serie A, Juve, Inter, any of the teams that Juve particularly have been more successful than us lately. They always go overwhelmingly in Milan's favor. We've got a global reach, we've got a global audience. So yeah, we are a huge club, definitely.
We're like a sleeping giant at the moment.
Definitely.
Yeah.
No doubt about that.
But it's interesting that you say that about Milan fans, because even with Juve winning, how many of their fans are still critical of the club, and they're saying Sarri out and all this kind of stuff. Even though they've won the last 9, there's still so much, I don't know, just upheaval in that Juve supporter group around the world. Because Milan, I don't know, Milan fans seem to be a bit different, maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think we're, I don't know, I think they're just a bit jealous of the 7 Champions League titles, mate.
Plastic fans?
Juventus.
Can you call Juve fans plastic?
Pardon? There, some of
A
them.
lot of them.
Look, a couple of my best friends and my cousin, they're all Juve fans. I'm not gonna have too much of a dig at them, but yeah, I think comparing the two clubs, we're definitely the more successful one globally, regardless of the Scudetti they have and how they won them in Italy. That's another story.
Definitely.
All right. So high point of the season.
For me, it was actually getting to a game at the San Siro this year. I've never been to Italy or anything. It's been one of my biggest dreams. So I actually got there and I was really nervous because that was when we were playing some pretty awful football. It was back in October.
Which game was that in October?
It was against Spal. We won 1-0 at home.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was insane for me, just to see the atmosphere. And it's so different to what we used to do. Like the game was on a Wednesday night at 9 p.m. and there was 55,000 there, 60,000 there. Where we can't even get that many people to a game here in Melbourne on a Saturday night at 7 o'clock. So the atmosphere was amazing, and to see them actually play live was awesome. And a win and a clean sheet, which I love.
Win.
Yeah.
No, it's amazing, the atmosphere at San Siro. It's something else out of this world. And
Incredible.
I wonder when I hear the debates about, maybe we'll have this chat in another roundup or something, but the debate about San Siro or a new stadium, and I wonder if we'll be able to recreate that atmosphere if we do move, because San Siro really is iconic.
Yeah.
Luke, what about your highlight of the season?
Mine, a bit the same. Mine was attending the Bologna match, even though it was before we turned on. Seeing my first live Milan win, it's pretty special.
Yeah. Was that the away? Was that the away game
so it was in Bologna. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't anything special, but
it was a good win.
Yeah. Always special to see first.
Amazing. I mean, personally, I wasn't fortunate enough to go to San Siro this season. I went to see before, but the highlight of the season for me would be the Juventus win. Just speaking of Juventus now, it was 2-0, and you're like, oh boy, it's going to be one of those games again. And then just like that, boom! 6 minutes to turn it around. I loved the way we dominated that match. I loved everything about our performance in the second half after we conceded the goals, obviously. It was the kind of great determination that we hadn't seen for years. And I was like, I recognize this team.
Yeah. That was great. That was
crazy. All right, player of the season.
I can't really go past Hernandez. Being he's come from where he didn't get much of an opportunity at Real Madrid, and even when we bought him, I don't know that everybody was really on board with him coming in at left back, and he didn't really play much early in the season. And then once Giacomo got the sack, and he started playing some more regular football, I can't really remember a game where he really stepped a foot wrong. He did a couple of things that are a bit silly here and there, but overall he was just phenomenal. I think he ended the season with the most goals ever scored by a defender in a Milan shirt. So,
Luke,
he's class. For me, it'd be hard to go past him. I've loved him as well. I mean, I guess the kind of
his defending though. I mean, his defense. Sorry.
A bit of a boring selection would be Donnarumma, but
I'm gonna go for Donnarumma. Yeah, too.
Yeah. Also, I mean, if Ibra had have played the full season, I don't know, maybe him, but Theo and Donnarumma are probably my two favourites.
Yeah, they're both great. I think Theo just needs to work a bit on his defending, like we were saying.
He does.
Suspect sometimes he gets called out, commits a few fouls.
He does, but the reason that I think we've sort of been missing the attacking flair, and even though it had to come from defence, which is unlikely in Milan, but he sort of provided it when we weren't playing well. Later in the season, we've got everybody contributing offensively, but early he was pretty much the only one. He scored. He's our top scorer for the first half of the season.
We're looking for him for goals in that first half of the season. He was definitely a breath of fresh air. Agreed, mate, 100%. That's amazing. Yeah, I'd go for Donnarumma just because he almost did not put a foot wrong throughout the season. He was really stable, and I'm really glad to read all the news. I mean, I know it's not official yet, but it looks like he's going to be staying on. So
yeah, I really hope so. Yeah,
I really hope so. He's world class now. He really is. I mean, probably arguably one of the best 3 keepers in the world, to be honest. At this moment, he's only 120.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
loves the club. Yeah, he's shown it. We had some doubts a few seasons ago. Remember when he had that issue during the summer? But I think he's won everyone over since.
Yeah.
I think he kept the most clean sheet this year, or definitely one of the top 2.
I think he's up there. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on the spot.
Yeah.
He's definitely up there.
Yeah.
All right.
So who do you? Sorry, you go, Shady.
No, you go. You go. You go.
I was going to ask who have you guys been disappointed in?
You go, Shady.
Well, I would say, I mean, if he's going to stay on Paquetá, he's got a lot. He's got a lot of skill, but he needs to apply himself a bit more. It's a bit like Leao, but Leao's actually doing that now. So Leao at first was like, "Come on, you're obviously amazing, but you're not. You got to want it. You got to show a bit of like grinta." And he's starting to show that. So I think he'll be fine for next season. But Paquetá, I'm not sure if he's going to be around next season anyway. But yeah, I think for me,
yeah, I think I've heard rumours that we're looking to offload him. But
Fiorentina, yeah.
For me, it's not so much disappointment as in the talent of the player, but it is Rafael Leao. Just like I said in the last time we spoke, just his the way he puts himself to the game. I'd love to see him apply himself in the way that someone like Ibrahimovic or Hernandez does, where you can see how hard they're trying, and Rebic, people like that, because his talent's phenomenal. He almost scored goal of the season in the last match. So he's so talented, but he just doesn't apply himself fully yet.
Yeah, hopefully he can work on it. Still got time, I guess.
Yeah, he's very young and he's got so much potential. He could be world-class striker.
Definitely.
Luke?
Yeah. For me, I think I'd have to agree with you, Shady. I mean, it's a little bit rough because he doesn't really get a good run. He hasn't had a good run at it this season, I don't think. But yeah, when we signed him, we expected a lot more.
Definitely.
And he hasn't really shown too much of that. So I'd have to agree.
Yeah. Well, here's hoping you can turn that around. Well, lads, this has been great. Let's wrap this one up, but maybe next week we'll get together and we'll have a quick chat about our transfer market activity, what's going on, the rumours for next season.
Yeah, awesome. I don't think we need to discuss our worst moment of the year, because I think everyone could probably agree that it's the Atalanta game.
Yeah.
I'm trying to forget
that. I
don't
think we even need to talk about that.
No, man.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to say before we wrap up is you mentioned him last week, the Bonaventura, that it could have been his last match.
Yeah.
And the photo that we got after the match of him alone.
When he was on the pitch on San Siro, man, that was a tearjerker. I mean,
waterworks.
He's been such a great servant for the club, and he's done so well. And you could feel he was one of us, really. You know, I mean, it was blood, sweat, tears all every single time he was on the pitch. So I don't know. I mean, I'd love to see him given like a year-long extension, even if they're like a squad player. But who knows?
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Thank you, lads. We'll be everyone. Forza Milan as always.
Forza Milan.
Forza Milan.